Test. We're back. Congratulations, Dan, on winning the hats. They're off on a Monday mailbag vlog. Here we go. Let me just shimmy in here. Actually, let me just set these down here. And oh my goodness, so much. Oh yeah, by the way, Formidable 50K race, they gave out sweatpants. There they are. There's the logo there. Instead of t-shirts, I love it. Just thinking outside the box. We all have a lot of running t-shirts, so if you want a pair of really, really comfortable sweatpants, go sign up for next year's Formidable 50K. Stick around to the end of the vlog if you want some Henry goodness, all right? All right, I think some of you know what I'm talking about. Henry, stick around to the end. I'm going to stick a few clips in from what happened over the weekend. Okay, Monday mailbag. Last week, about 4 days ago, I announced send in your video or audio clips asking me any question you want about shoes, about life, about training, anything you want. So a lot came in. I cannot get to all of them today. So I have an archive now, and we're going to work through these questions in the coming weeks. Okay, so come back. It's a Monday. I'm filming the Monday mailbag. It'll always publish on a Tuesday. Sound good? And info at DeMoorGlobalRunning.com. There you go. There it is. Oh yeah, if you film with your phone or any camera, but a phone especially, if you can remember to film horizontally versus vertically, it just looks a little bit better on YouTube. Sound good? And you can also just use the voice memo app on your phone. That's very easy to use, and just record the audio and send it in, and we will put a little beautiful B-roll on top of it. I think that's it before we dive in. Oh yeah, of course we got boxes here on a Monday mailbag. Thanks for sending it in. I don't know what's going on. Looks good. Here we go. I think I covered it all before diving in. Question number 1 coming from Eric, asking about CU.
Hey Seth, I hope all is well with your recovery from this race this past weekend. The question I wanted to ask was, what was the most challenging and also most enjoyable workout that you did under Coach Wetmore at CU?
I thought about this, Eric, and it's got to be the 6 a.m. on Friday mornings. We would usually do 1K repeats on the football practice field on a 500-meter loop. And the reason I chose that one, Eric, there's so many, but it was challenging, no doubt. I'm not like the speedster out there, so I'm training with Brent Vaughn, Stephen Pfeiffer, Billy Nelson, Olympians. Now they would be in a group ahead of me, maybe 2 groups ahead of me, but I was there trying to do my best against some of the best talent that's ever come out of the University of Colorado. And so, but the sacrifice of waking up at that point in my life, in my early 20s or late teens, like waking up at, 5 a.m. to get to the grass football fields by 6 a.m. for the warm up and then getting the workout done. It was amazing. It was so fun to unite with other college students that early in the morning and, prove to each other that we are dedicated to the cause at hand, because 6 a.m. for college students is early. Now, as my 30s, it's like that's like sleeping in. But at that point in the game, I would say that was the most challenging. And also, you asked, most challenging, but also most enjoyable. The reason it was the most enjoyable is because we had to sacrifice for each other. All right, question number 2 coming from Chad.
Hey Seth, this is at ChadJ78 on Discord or at ChadJRunning on Instagram. I have been a long-time subscriber. One of the things I've always wondered about your channel is, how do you plan the future of it? Do you have like a 5-year goal, 2-year goal? As life kind of moves along with family and whatnot, how do you consider the future of the channel, and how do you plan around that? Thanks for all you do, man. Really appreciate you and what you do. Have a great one.
It's a great question, Chad, and I do have goals, long-term goals. Sometimes I write them down. Sometimes they're just so important. They just sit right up here in the brain, and I must say I probably think about them too much, Chad. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, if you ask specifically about like a 5-year goal, well, it connects a little bit to the question number 4 coming up from Michael. No, I do have goals, and I want to continue. Man, I think, Chad, one challenge is that you've got to build a team around you, because you cannot do everything, and I'm not an expert in everything. I'll just throw out one to be very specific and not shy away from it. So many people ask me about training and coaching and an app, developing an app. That's like a very specific example of like in 5 years, I would almost guarantee we will have an app that's connected to various parts of being a runner. Even crazy, Chad, a race finder. There's so many websites. Like, I know there's a lot of websites out there, but there's just, I think, so much opportunity in that space using an app and geolocating, where you could just tap on your app on the phone, and then boom, up pops 5Ks in your area in the next month. Some ideas like that. So anyway, Chad, great question. Not sure if I answered it, but I do have 10-year goals, Chad. Good question. Question number 3. Coming from Zofia. This is a fun one.
Hey Seth, my question is, if you can only pick one shoe to run in for the rest of your life, that means race, train, trail run, everything, what shoe would it be? Thanks.
Oh man. This is so hard, and I'm going to be as concise as I can. So Zofia, it's a great question, but you're putting me in a pickle. Of course you are, but I'm not afraid. I never shy away from these. So you have to think about, racing a marathon on the roads, like going for low 220s, okay? What shoe would be good for that? Well, then you have to think about, doing what I really, really love, racing fast, specifically at high altitude, and specifically oftentimes over rocky ground. You know what I mean? Training, and so I would lean in the direction of focusing on those two areas as far as one shoe. And you said it, for the rest of my life. And so here's the deal. I hope to be running for the next 50 years plus. And I guarantee I'll be running in the mountains longer than I'll be doing road marathons. Therefore, instead of choosing like a carbon fiber plate shoe for the road marathons, the one shoe that jumped out at me was the Mach 5 with respect to a shoe that you can train in, but also race in with respect. The shoe is so lightweight. Snappy under step, but I at the end, you know what the determining factor was? Feeling the sharp rocks through the midsole. Because again, the mountain running, I could never throw away mountain running, and sometimes, man, you can land on a sharp rock up in the mountains and it can really, really hurt. But a shoe that I also could cross over to the roads a little bit, the Evo Speedgo. Maybe Speedgo 5, but probably the Evo. I love the original Evo Speedgo. This midsole is a little dead at this point, but when it comes right out of the box, it was just so fresh, bouncy, but also enough protection through that midsole to protect your feet from the sharp rocks. Not perfect, but decent, okay? And the lugs are not crazy deep, where you could absolutely, it'd be a little funky, but you could absolutely race a half or full marathon in the shoe. It's not the best, obviously, but you could. Zofia, that was fun. Good one. All right, Michael, here we go.
Hey, Seth, and hey, DGR. I'm Michael Babinick. I'm coming from Durham, North Carolina. My question for you, Seth, I know that you outlined your 2023 races, a lot of ultras. Love seeing the ultra content and all the beauty that you capture there. I would love to see you pick a maybe late, half marathon or marathon. I know you talked about it. Personally, I would love to race you. Our PRs are really close. I would love to see you maybe at Detroit again or CIM at the end of the year. Would also love to see if you started a DGR race team. That would be really cool as well. Hope to see you do a road marathon or half marathon and rip a new PR. If not, we'll keep watching the ultra content, and good luck.
Michael, this is amazing. I'm going to tell you. Listen, man, you have to get things in place before you just start, starting, all sorts of different things, whether it's teams or running clubs across the country, around the world. For example, you all know, it just took time to do this right, to develop the logo, to develop the singlet. And it's not just all about, having a singlet that determines a racing team, but you need to have certain things in place. That actually connects, this connects back to what Chad was asking about earlier. And yes, man, I'm going to rip. I don't know if I'll do a half marathon this spring. I'd like to, though. I would like to. But I'm analyzing the calendar. Let's just say there's a 90% possibility I'll be ripping a marathon in California in late 2023. All right, that's all I'm going to say. All right, Michael, so let's communicate. And man, sounds like we have similar PRs. That would be amazing if we could toe the line together at some point this year. Michael, you rock. All right, one more. Brent, here we go.
So my question is, in your daily routine, do you run first or do you go to the gym first? And I'd also like to see a strength training video of Seth's gym workout, just like he had in his prehab video, if it hasn't already posted. Thanks. Peace out.
So Brent, I was taught to run first versus go to the gym first, simply because we're runners, and when you go to the gym, you're working hard and you tire your legs out. Now, I'm also intrigued, though, by the idea, and I never really did this in the last training block, but I am intrigued by the idea of doing some gym work before going out for a run. Obviously, my volume was high, and my legs were tired at the end. They were barking. But I was always taught that, because we're runners, we want to focus on the running. So what we would do, I'm talking specifically about CU, is we would lift twice a week, and we would do a hard workout on the track or on soccer fields or wherever, interval workout, and then we would go to the gym after that. So we'd make the hard days hard, and then, as I'm always saying, the easy days easy. Yeah, gosh, that's a big topic. Oh, that's right. Okay, and you were wondering about a gym video, what I do for my workouts in the gym, and that's a great idea. I need to update. I have made 2 or 3 in the past. Email me and I can send them to you, Brent. But they're due for an update because I have learned some new things. I'll just say, specifically from, the Halls, Sarah and Ryan Hall, watching some of their videos on YouTube. All right, onward and upward to the boxes here. Oh boy, forgot the knife. So thank you again for sending them in. info@DeMoorGlobalRunning.com. If you have questions for me, and we will work them into the Monday mailbag vlogs here. That was fun. It's just fun, and it's fun to see other runners from around the country, around the world, just share their thoughts and questions with all of us. Oh. And 3. All right, what are we going to do here? 1, 2, we're looking at, finally, I was wondering the Trabuco Max 2. I was like, come on, this shoe's got to show up. I love the original Trabuco, but I got to say, I know the midsole increased a ton. This looks very interesting, though. Okay, I'm excited. ASICS Trabuco Max in for testing. Oh, I thought this was on its way. The Petzl, a new Petzl headlamp. Thank you. The NAO Now. Is that how you pronounce RL? I have some old Petzl headlamps. So there's another box that I'm not going to open today. If we have repeat headlamps, I will give one of them away. Not this week, but come back next week. So the Petzl Now RL, reactive lighting, very cool. This is the 1500 lumens. I think my old ones are like 800, and I've had those headlamps. You've seen me use them for years and years now. I mean, I think it's 700, 800 lumens, so 1500. That is amazing. Okay. What do we got here? Hey yo, the Carbon Rocket, the Rocket 2, right? Yeah, the U Rocket X2, Hoka U Rocket X2. Okay, that is spicy. Look at that. Oh my goodness, carbon fiber plates. Very, very exciting. Thank you, Hoka. Oh, butter. All right. I think that, again, we have more boxes, but I know the vlog's getting a little long here, so we'll open those next week. Matthias, you get the comment of the day. Too kind, sir. That's how we roll on this channel. Two-way street. I hope to give a little bit of inspiration back to all of you through the screen, but you give it right back to me, whether it's, through your Strava posts, whether it's your pictures on Instagram, however we're connecting, your stories on Discord. We work together here, and I know I'm the one talking on the camera, but it's a two-way street. So thank you, Matthias. Question of the day: what questions do you have for me? And will you email info@DeMoorGlobalRunning? So if you want to just ask down below in the comments, I will do my best to type back to as many as possible. But at the same time, to build up this archive for the Monday mailbag, it would be great if you could email over a video or audio clip. That would be amazing.
You. High five. You look so handsome. Let me get you. Oh my goodness.
No, Heavy won't be really good.
No, he's gonna be great. I know, he just.
He's fine. You did a good job.
So handsome, buddy.
So handsome, and then you do a good job. Henry has never had a haircut. Oh yeah, this was the first time. First time I didn't want a haircut ever, and then I tried one haircut and I liked it. You look at
Henry, high five, Henry. High five, first haircut. High five. Oh, thank you. Look at you.
Oh, Joseph,
He's so precious. He's a little man. He's a little man. He's a little man.
Oh my gosh, he looks like he's fine. Henry, you're so handsome.
He's like,
You got your
haircut. You want to go look in the mirror?
Let's go
Let's go look in the
Honey, he looks like a giant.
He looks so.
Oh man, okay, we'll do another like Monday mailbag or answering your questions right here. All right, see you. Work hard and love each other. See you tomorrow.